Gumery and I manage AHDB's Bureau Services, which includes amongst many things the pig movement helpline that I know some of you will be familiar with. I'm here to ask for your help. AHDB have launched an initiative called Shape the Future and I want you to get involved. In April 2022, AHDB will ask those who have registered to have a say in how their levy is spent and to speak up about the things that matter to them. What does that have to do with you, I hear you say? Well, as the amazing, hard-working, dedicated bunch that you are also levy payers. You just pay your levy indirectly through the abattoirs and slaughterhouses that you use for your well-beloved animals. To be eligible to take part, and this is the technical and official line, you must be any farmer that kept pigs, sheep or cattle in England, any processor that slaughtered pigs, sheep or cattle in England, or any exporter that purchased pigs, sheep or cattle in England for export. And I think that's you. This is a personal plea to get registered so that you can have your say. I can guarantee that the larger businesses are registering to have their say, and I want to make sure that as many of you do too. I watch and read all about your adventures, your successes and difficulties, and I am in awe of the work and the hard dedication that you put in. Your views and opinions are important and should be heard. Please register before the 31st of March so that you can take part in the voting in April and make your views count. Any questions, please pop them in the comments and Kim or Andrew will make sure that I see them. And don't forget, have a look at AHDB's frequently asked questions site. The URL is www.ahdb.org.uk/shape the future. Thank you for listening, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
It's Andrew O'Shea here. Thank you very much, Nicola, for inviting us to take part as a small independent pig keepers. That's much appreciated. So I thought I would show you how to fill in the registration form, because not everything's always as intuitive as you may feel, so I just wanted to sort of curb any questions that you may have and hopefully make the registration process for you a lot straightforward. So as Nicola said, go to ahdb.org.uk/shape-the-future and you come to this page where you have this button down here that says register now to have your say. There is a Welsh version for those that require the Welsh language. Unfortunately, I don't know Welsh very well, so I'm going to stick to the English. So click on register now. It'll bring you to a voting form. You can see down the bottom left here it says there's 28 days left to register. That's as I'm recording this, which is the 3rd of March. So let's click start on the registration process. There's a little form to fill in with a few little bits of information. So it's going to ask for your personal details based on you that's having the interest, and we'll put some and we'll fill in our personal information. So Andrew at Oxford Sandy Black Pig Group.org. So then it asks us to fill in the agriculture sector that we work in. So you have to, the form allows you to fill in one per agricultural sector. So I'm just going to show you for pork, but those of you that may deal with cattle or sheep or potentially dairy as well, you just need to complete this process for each sector that you'd be interested in being part of. But for this, it's just about pork, so we're going to select pork. Then it asks you for the contact details. It should be technically the same as above. I think it's unlikely that anyone will have an AHDB customer reference number or URN. If you do have that, include that. I don't have one. It asks for a company name, but as we're individuals, I'm going to put my individual name there. If you do run as an official company, you want to use a company name, feel free to use that. It's then asking for a postcode for the address that you're at. So we're going to pick that address, and it'll pre-populate the form for you to say where you are. and it asks which country you're in. I'm in England, obviously. If you're in Wales, Scotland, or Northern Ireland, you select the appropriate one, and then it will like a contact number. So let's fill that in as well. And then it wants to know a little bit about the organisation and what you do. Obviously, again, this is focused at the large scale, so this applies to you. So we would typically be a farmer and grower. We're unlikely to be processors or buyers in that regard. So farmer, grower, and I'm going to say that I'm the primary contact, as you filling in the form would assume that would be the case for you. We would all own the pigs on our farm, so the answer to that would be yes. And then it wants to know about the sort of types of pigs that you sort of deal with, and this is very much focused around the obviously the commercial sector, but it's just as prudent for us. So I would thought it's very unlikely any of us are going to be moving off or buying in pigs that are around 7 kilos. Most of our weaners that go at sort of 8 weeks will be a lot heavier than that, more around the sort of 20 kilo, 25 kilo mark maybe, or thereabouts. So it's then asking how many pigs you bought on your farm, around 30 kilos. So I would say that if you're bringing on weaners for yourself, then I would put the number that you bought in between, as it says at the top here, the 1st of April 2020 and the 31st of March 2021. So we'll say I bought in 4, and as a breeder I sold 10 weaners off to other people that are interested in moving that. And now it also wants to know how many pigs you've moved off the farm for slaughter or exported. Exported is very unlikely to apply to any of you. So it's really the number of pigs that you sent to slaughter for pork. So I'm going to put a number in there. And then it asks a specific question to how many sows or boars have you moved off the farm for slaughter. This is, as I believe, specifically in reference to spent sows or boars, i.e. ones that no longer have any real value to your herd. So I'm going to put 0, but if any of you have moved off a spent sow for charcuterie meat or sausage or whatever, just put that information in there. And then just ask you to confirm the declaration with a little cross in the box, and then click submit. And then you'll get a confirmation email come to the email address that you put at the beginning of the form, which you can see is up there. And then someone after the registration date, I believe you'll be contacted by AHDB for input in some sessions, etc., around this process. So I'd encourage you all to sign up. If you do have any questions, put comments in the post below, and we can feed them back to Nicola if we need to, and get you some answers. So as always, thanks very much for supporting the charity, and in this instance giving us the opportunity here to have our say about how we want the pig sector to run. Until next time, I've been Andrew O'Shea.